So the action goes away, but the ball's going to go back out it. And what a beautifully designed play and executed well in addition. C.J. Uzomah finding his way open.
Yeah, he was on it. He just couldn't bring him down.
Catching the football, not catching nearly as many balls here with the Jets, but what a time to come up with a big play there.
His first touchdown as a Jet. The extra point corkscrews through for Zuerlein to tie this game at 7 apiece.
Oh, Russell
Did Zach
Wilson?
Wilson ever need that? A jolt of confidence for him.
No, Russell Wilson was on the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, they said that was his first touchdown on the Jets. So they said his name is Wilson.
Without thanking you all for coming out to the theater, and thank you for supporting Top Gun Leverage. Hey, thank you for supporting.
Yeah. I know he does all the stunts.
Hey, are you coming? Not on your line. Good luck. Okay. We'll see you down there. Whoa. Thank you for supporting Top Gun Leverage. As always, thank you for allowing us to entertain you. It truly is the honor of my lifetime. Yeah.
He's videotaping himself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, there's a camera right there.
Yeah. He said he's running out of altitude, so he's got to pull it.
we'll see you tomorrow.
He let the camera go.
I'm clicking on this damn suit to come up.
Take a picture.
This suit didn't come up.
Yeah, did it? He came up.
I just got the new
Oh,
iPhone
it
14
just
with
took
this major
screen.
camera.
No.
Wow.
You did back up and shit.
It's Macy's one-day sale now with great deals of the day, like up to 65% off coats, comfy pajamas starting at just $9.99, and up to 75% off decor from Martha Stewart collection. Plus, get it faster with curbside pickup at Macy's.
Do you believe in miracles? When I told people I was coming here, I got a lot of, oh, come on, let me say to the skeptics. Come and see. Be open. Don't be narrow-minded.
Travel to Lourdes, France with 60 Minutes for a story you need to see to believe. Tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Yep.
Back here at MetLife Stadium, 13th year as the home of the New York Jets, also the home of the New York Giants. Jets have just tied this game at 7 apiece. Less than a minute gone by in the second quarter. Greg Zuerlein will kick it off for New York. Return man is Justin Jackson at the goal line. Drives that kick over the head of Jackson. Touchback.
But how about what we saw here? Because what you're going to get is some boot action here, but you're going to get C.J. Uzomah working the middle, and then back here for the throw against P.O.P. So here's the fullback action. Here comes Zach Wilson, and he throws back against the flow, and Uzomah had hit himself inside and worked essentially up the middle of the field and opposite. And look at the reaction at the end. Mike White, the backup quarterback who became the starter, now the backup again after injury. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Very good starter. Zach Wilson.
I could take the ringer off mine. I done talked to him. Sometimes he just be wanting somebody to talk to. He said,
For 4 yards, Jordan Whitehead slides down low to make the tackle. Wilson hit on his last 4 passes. That touchdown to Uzomah.
And the throws he made, two of the ones out in the pocket, exactly what you look for, exactly what you saw of him coming out of BYU. Those plays that he makes a little bit off schedule, off platform, but this time, accurate throws to go along with it. The footwork, a little bit better than what we saw before he went to the bench.
92 total yards of offense for Detroit. Goff again has time. He delivers it short of the line to gain. James Mitchell goes down to get it. It's going to set up a third down and short 5-yard pickup through the air. This is a Detroit team that has scored 30 points or more 7 times this season. That's the most in the NFL. We asked Dan Campbell about that 1-6 start. He said, yeah, even with the record, we really believed we were close. It was hard to see it from the outside, but we believed it within the building.
When you were doing your prep and you saw those numbers, he's like, I can't sit here. That's what it felt like when you were 7 games, 30 points or more.
Detroit. They're down 1. Swift. Adjustment. 3-yard pickup. Franklin Myers in there defensively for New York. This drive continues for the Lions.
And what's nice for the Lions when they're 2 running backs, Jamal Williams, number 30, DeAndre Swift, 32. You can't really draw a bead on what they're going to do by who's on the field. Some teams, you have your runner, you have the guy who's going to be your third down back and catch it. Those two are on the field. Everything's in play in the playbook for Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator.
The square one.
Take the handoff.
And that's the peak. Curve thing. That's it.
Josh Reynolds.
And those all things that are
Like that
plenty of
DJ
on there.
Shark who gets the grab. DJ Reed on the chase down. That's an 18-yard catch and run.
Ahmad Ross St.
And her
Brown,
trade in
14, clears out. DJ Chark comes underneath, and he runs away from the defender. And Jared Goff has enough time to let him clear, then hit him in stride before he's knocked down again.
Chark went for 6 catches, 94 yards, and a touchdown. The former Jaguar signed a 1-year, $10 million deal during the offseason. Has dealt with injuries this year. New set of downs.
Come on. You can't run.
Oh!
He could have ran.
Did they hit that motherfucker on the head?
Was the intended receiver, and the Jets continue to make it happen in the secondary.
He could have ran that.
And everything is there for Jared Goff. His ball is just a little bit short.
He could have
Jason
ran straight
Wade was
down.
running away from DJ Reed. But because the ball
Ain't
is short,
nobody even on
brings
him.
Reed back into the play. And because he never gives
His
up on it,
arm.
Reed's Jameson Williams reaching for the football. And when his
That's
arms
all right,
came
it's
up,
just second
DJ
down.
Reed's arm came up and allowed him to knock it away. An excellent job of staying with it by DJ Reed. But if that ball's thrown out there where it's supposed to,
That's right.
that's a touchdown for sure.
Again, Jared Goff has all day to operate.
He could have
Jets
just
are getting
usually he take the
pressure on him against one of the top flight offensive lines in
Now
the
you
league.
want to run down the middle.
What the hell is that?
The gut, that's a 3-yard pickup for Detroit.
I get to
Jermaine Johnson will get credit for the stop. Sets up 3rd down and 7 for the Lions.
And going back to what you talked about, the time that Jared Goff has in the pocket, a big reason, the bookend offensive tackles he has now. Panay Sewell, right tackle, number 58. Taylor Decker, the mainstay, number 68 at left tackle. And what Jared Goff has done is understood how well they control the edges and establish his base in the pocket based on them, which has allowed him to step up and throw the football better over the last 6 ball games. He understands how they protect his flanks.
Play clock down to 1. The Jets get the snap off on a 3rd and 7. And the Jets bring down Jackson. They're in no man's land here. Inside the 40, Tony Adams slides in. No LaMarcus Joyner, he's out with a hip injury. No Quentin Williams out with a calf injury.
And because they're in no man's land, what would you expect Dan Campbell to do here? Go for it. Because that's, again, what his nature is, how aggressive he is. He told us in our meeting with him, yeah, I'm probably a little more aggressive than the average person, but you noted earlier, he does that aggression based on understanding his team and what he expects out of the opponent. Here they go again.
This would have been a 56-yard field goal if they're going for it on 4th and 3. Wide open on the outside, St. Brown. And they convert with ease. 2 penalty markers, though, at the 32-yard line.
Right, that was well conceived, well designed, and well executed.
Okay. Defense, number 22. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down. So
All
it's a
right.
12-yard play. The hold by Tony Adams is irrelevant.
So there's the hold right up there. But look at the cross. And all it does is create extra opportunities and confusion. And Amal Ross St. Brown takes advantage on the opposite side.
to the back.
That's really much more of a takedown.
Yeah.
That's him and the rest of
30
this
yards.
We doing Vision Quest again? They mentioned at least twice a season.
Well, I wasn't even thinking Vinci, but I just thinking Dan Gable.
First down, just shy of the 25. Goff. He can go through every progression and find his
Oh, yeah.
Jackson with the long strides.
Yep.
Jordan Whitehead with a tackle along the sideline. It's another first down. NFL Today update to New York.
Jags, 7-95, getting it done. Somebody getting better every single week. That's Trevor Lawrence. 5 runs to Zay Jones for the touchdown. Now Dallas leads only 14-7. And back to Ian, Charles, and Evan.
Yeah, the light has clearly gone on for Trevor Lawrence.
It is. When you coach a talent like that, you coach it well, you're going to get the desired results. He wasn't getting that previously.
First down from the 11.
Oh, yeah.
Early marker thrown at the 10.
Oh, man, come on, man.
Williams thinking he had his 15th touchdown of the year, and they're walking back
Yeah.
in the other direction.
That came from the back stretch, and oftentimes that means he detected someone holding the interior.
Man, that's some bullshit.
First down. And it's Aaron Brown.
Many times when
That
it's
was a
the back
touchdown,
check,
but
he's
they get the
detecting
first.
defensive holding. But
That's
this time,
first
he's
goal.
off
Then
the
we
Brown
almost a
back
touchdown.
from an ankle injury. It gets picked up here. We get a nice double team there, and then Brown slips off. And as he goes upfield, that's where the hole takes place, right there on C.J. Mosley.
There wasn't no hole.
That was a stiff arm.
Then he barely touched him.
It's too much clock in his hands as he tries to drive him and move it.
So Lions have to reload now from the 18-yard line. Shotgun here for Goff. Goff stepped throw. Hits the
Oh.
He was out of bounds. Just short of the 10. Juan Alexander out of the perimeter.
Out of
Makes the play
bounds.
for New York.
How about the
I know we should be
riches
crazy.
Jared Goff has to throw the football to? Very nice. Wide DJ Chark back healthy. He's your deep threat. Amon Ross, St. Brown, he gets open against anything. James Mitchell coming along as a receiving tight end. Josh Reynolds really having a nice year. Colin Raymond doing a really nice job in the slot. And Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift both catch the ball well out in the backfield.
They are 4th in total offense, 5th in the NFL in scoring, 12th play of the drive.
Okay.
Turns the corner, flag thrown as he
God
gets
damn.
inside. And the Lions very aggravated. And another goal line against them. Penalty marker just as Swift was turning it upfield.
Offense.
Here we go again.
And it's Brown
You
again.
know they gonna do that because they at their house. They don't want them to get it.
But they get the same stupid fucking calls when they're here. It's because that bitch owns him. Not William Clay Ford anymore. He's dead. His bitch owns him. No, they don't have no respect for that white bitch. This is a rich man's club. She has no business in it. They wanted her to sell it. She wouldn't sell it.
And then you drive them in.
That's why when you
If you get them out on the shoulder pads, you're putting those hands out there and you're going to be easily detected by the officials.
Injured Chan is John Franklin Myers.
Well, he ruffled his shoulder pad.
Played with the Rams. Jets picked them up off of waivers in 2019. Then rewarded him with a big contract, 4 years, $55
Man,
million.
get his ass on a cart and
As they
get him in
check
the
out
back.
Cole, step aside.
Start the game.
Lions moving in the wrong direction.
But they moved them back.
The new Greg Webb.
Yeah, they moved him back.
With panoramic
I mean,
sunroof,
God
But they
damn.
did it or they pushed
Macintosh
them back.
reference
No,
entertainment
they
system.
didn't.
Passenger
By the
display,
holding the flag.
massaging
For that one thing.
trims,
Yeah.
front seats.
Yeah. So they played
It's like the same call.
Captain's chair.
from before.
Yeah.
Last game. I mean, the last play.
Get 3.9% financing plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2022 Wagoneer Series 2 and Series 3. Search new inventory and locate a dealer near you at Wagoneer.com.
I want to be quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Not later. Now. I want to pocket, make plays, drop dimes to my receivers. I want to feel 80,000 fans on my shoulders as I carry them to victory. You know, nothing major.
Rated E for everyone.
These moments don't last forever, but Duracell can make them last longer.
Little Caesars Detroit style deep dish pizza has caramelized crispy cheese edges and a soft chewy center. Do you know what Matthew Stafford? I'm not a walking billboard. Okay, never mind. Pizza pizza. Get Little Caesars Detroit style deep dish pizza for just $8.99. Pizza pizza.
Go to NFLShop.com for a special offer.
Celebrate the holidays with me, live from New York. Merry Christmas to all. Tuesday on CBS.
CBS tonight, a new holiday movie from executive producer Sheryl Crow.
I'm not sending you a song. You're not that charming.
Challenge accepted. When Christmas was young. Tonight after 60 Minutes on CBS.
And then you just take the lyric pad
Ample opportunity for Detroit so far. John Franklin Myers walked off on his own. He got stepped on by Panay Sewell. Looked like the right ankle. Denzel Mims being
Check on it.
injury from earlier. Underneath
What the?
DeAndre Swift chance to keep him in front of them.
It's still 30 down.
He's doing stupid shit.
We mentioned it. Detroit started the season 1-6. You go through NFL playoff history. One team made the playoffs starting the season 1-6. The 1970 Bengals. Wow, that's it.
And I mean, Miami made that run last year late that would have been similar to that, but didn't quite get there, which tells you just how difficult it is when you get that kind of a moment.
14th play of the drive. This is a 3rd and 12 for Detroit. Goff.
Come on, Goff. What the fuck? No.
Alexander steps in front of St. Brown.
Was that Carl
Straight up
Lawson back there that affected him as well?
It was.
So Quentin Williams not playing for the Jets, but that deep defensive line that wasn't providing much heat earlier in this game comes up big there. Carl Lawson affecting Jared Goff in the pocket, forcing the incompletion.
It's going to be a 31-yard attempt here for Michael Batchley. It's bounced around with the Chargers, Tennessee, Indianapolis, Chicago. He's on the practice squad here.
And we got 3 points.
Detroit in front, 10-7 with 7:06 to go.
In
First half,
front.
after this.
At the Home Depot, we have the tools to make holiday magic, especially when it comes to getting the perfect gift. For all those project doing, technology loving, holiday hosting, tool organizing, woodshop working people in your life. And gifts for everyone else in between. Oh, at the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
5 minutes, Wallace, 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, you get that bed in before the boom, huh? Yeah, you gotta lay it all the way. What? Oh, come on, man. You know it's Boston, baby. KG, I understand why you said it, but it's LA. Say, are you serious? You know what? It's LA. Why are you standing up? Because it's LA. You know what? You ain't scared of me. Let me tell you something. That is Boston, LA.
How white do you think your teeth really are? Let's try the tissue test. Oof, still yellow. There's toothpaste white and there's Crest 3D White Strips white. White Strips safely work below the enamel surface for whiter teeth in 3 days. Guaranteed. A zillion times whiter. Crest.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep. 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat. And the pizza plus another pizza. Triple treat box only for pizza.
Meanwhile, on Paramount Mountain.
All right, let's do this roll call. It's freezing up here. Be Lou.
You mean blue?
Okay. You want to go to war? You prefer not to go to war? Me too. Hey, Ron.
Here, Coach.
Thank you. Where's Bumbly Bear at?
on CBS is sponsored by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut. Bet MGM, the king of sportsbooks. Please gamble responsibly. And by the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Lions lead at 10-7 over the Jets. Detroit is currently 9th in the NFC. New York 9th in the AFC. Ball comes off the tee, so they will reset it for Fox. Jets are trying to make the playoffs for the first time since 2010. That's the longest active drought in the NFL. Lions last made the playoffs in 2016. They lost to Seattle. Barrios is deep. Barrios is going to take it out of the end zone for New York. Looking for an opening. And upended as he crossed the 20-yard line. Zach Wilson, inactive 3 consecutive weeks. Chance to change the narrative a bit on this season. In year 2, Mike White came in, instantly gave the Jets a little something in terms of confidence and spreading it around and getting his teammates rallied. And now Zach, in the reset, comes in a bit more humbled and acknowledging, at least in our conversation with him, that he's got to play better.
Yeah, and in a 3-week reset, you shouldn't expect everything to be perfect now when he comes back. I think we've seen spots where it hasn't been perfect, but we've also seen improvement as well.
Take that hand up. Wilson step throw. He delivers it to the 40-yard line. The catch and curl by Elijah Moore. And it's a first down for New York. He drives the ball for 21 yards as we check in with Evan.
Yeah, guys, we're seeing the physical reset for Wilson, the mechanics much better. Also mental, though. Told us had to find the fun in football again. Also reached out to some Hall of Fame quarterbacks that have been through benchings before. Steve Young, Kurt Warner, Drew Brees. Their message to Zach was do everything at the best possible way you can, and you'll get to where you want to get to sooner if you put in that effort, that attention to detail, and that mentality.
Yeah, they talked about every day, making the most of that one day. Donovan Knight, they had some movement behind, is trying to throw Detroit off. Isaiah Buggs and Anzalone combined to bring him down. It's a 4-yard pickup. Tucker Wilson wasn't in there initially because of the torn meniscus in the preseason against Philadelphia. Gets back in there as the starter, and the Jets are winning games. Wilson's not putting up very good numbers, but then the roller coaster went the other way as the team was not winning games, in particular against New England, where Zach just looked completely discombobulated, drops to number 3 on the depth chart. They asked him to just take some time and reload, even if White was healthy this week. Zach was going to be the number 2 QB ahead of Joe Flacco, getting to the outside Donovan Knight. So Wilson was going to get some reps in practice, then everything turned late in the week.
Yeah, and he had to come back. And that was interesting talking with Robert Saleh, the head coach, where he said, we made the decision before Buffalo. We didn't make the move before Buffalo, but before it, time to bring him back and get him those types of reps. If we're going to start, getting this guy back out on the field or giving him another opportunity, at least have him prep like there's a chance he's going to play. No one knew that was going to come this fast and be this week, but that was already in action. And I've seen that growth. And he's starting to play a little bit better, and the confidence is coming along. The key to him, can he hold it throughout the ball game?
This is a 3rd and 1. He's going to hold it and do it himself for the first down. An option play for 3.
Yeah, you're seeing all the things. This is the reason he was drafted. We're seeing those things on display. The movement, a little bit of quarterback run game when you want it. The ability to make some of those throws that are off schedule, that are not scripted. Where he got into trouble was making some of those throws where he didn't have to be off schedule or unscripted. And it became wild throws that put his team in jeopardy. Make the plays when the pocket is clean as you're supposed to. Only go unscripted when necessary.
Jets are moving the football from the 44. Fire it to the outside. Handled there by Elijah Moore. Back down to Evan after the 5-yard pickup.
Guys, also important to note, despite the hope that Mike White would be available for this game, Zach Wilson, according to Robert Saleh, got majority of the reps, the first team reps this week. So White was limited, got some reps, did some things, but it was pretty much Zach's show all week with the ones.
Yeah, real quick, guys. The next game is a Thursday nighter coming up. So I think it's very, very difficult to think that Mike White, even if he wants to, comes back and makes a go on it on Thursday night. This could be a 2-game trial here for Zach Wilson in the minimum.
Second down and 5. Top of last. It's been all night. To the 36 to Sean Elliott with the tackle. It's a 4-yard pickup. Keep in mind with White, you can't just brush off the fact that he went to the hospital with a rib injury. Now, we get programs sometimes and think, these guys are tough. They can just bounce back. He has a fractured rib. Yeah, the Jets made the decision. The doctors made the decision. He was not going to play. No matter second opinion, third opinion, 10 opinions.
Which is what Evan talks about in pregame. He went to almost 10 doctors to see, and all the doctors said no. They concurred, and finally they just shut this down and said, Mike, not this week. Let's see you heal up first.
They're down to 2, a little trickery. Elijah Moore gets to the outside. First down. So what has this changed for Mike LaFleur, the offensive coordinator, in how to attack Detroit with Wilson at quarterback compared to White?
But when you're attacking with Mike White, you're playing much more of a pocket game. Quarterback movement isn't involved. Quarterback run game isn't involved. It's much more of a 3-step, 5-step drop. Maybe some half rolls, things of that nature. But with Zach Wilson, he's at his best when he's on the move. That's when he is most comfortable. If you're able to get him outside the pocket, get him into some boots, some rollouts, some RPOs, some play actions, that fits his game much more. And Michael Ford coming again accordingly.
Kept the play off. We're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Wilson, double clutch on that sidearm delivery. Thought about it, then decided to toss it.
They got to talk about whether or not the receiver's in the vicinity or not. This could be a grounding call.
So the penalty marker comes in late. Robert Saleh is trying to make his case.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 7. It's a 10-yard penalty from the loss of down.
Yeah, number 2, that's Zach Wilson. He was in the pocket, and the receiver where he grounded it was much more towards the numbers, where he grounded it, I thought, much more towards the hash marks. So that's where the officials got it, because, watch, he is in the tackle box, so he can't ground the football unless it's with the receiver. Now, where's the receiver? There's Garrett Wilson right there. They're not going to count that as close to being in the vicinity. The flag was dropped.
And the first penalty of the day against New York. With the 2-minute warning.
At Walmart, save on thousands of gifts for everyone on your list. The savings are here all month long. Plus, get delivery on your gifts in as fast as 1 hour, right up to Christmas Eve. Shop Walmart online or in-store today.
Absolutely needed these.
Introducing Taco Bell's new 7-layer nacho fries.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
Everyone is losing their mind over Babylon. It's a masterpiece. And the most fun you'll have at the movies. Babylon, rated R.
We're not usually ones that like to toot our own horn, but we're happy to let others do it. Maybe just a few more to drive the message home. The Hyundai Ioniq 5, the first ever all-electric SUV to win Motor Trend's SUV of the Year. Hyundai, it's your journey. It's the season for miracles. And on the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, NFL Network is celebrating in style on Christmas Eve. Raiders, Steelers, live in prime time. The Holiday Classic, Christmas Eve at 8, only on NFL Network.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Walmart. All the things you need for all the ways we holiday. And by Verizon, the network you deserve, the savings you want.
Robert Saleh was very upset at this call. They backed it up 10 yards, intentional grounding on Zach Wilson.
You see where the ball is, but he's trying to hit it. There's a receiver there, there's a receiver there. The ball doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage. I thought it was a good call by the officials. Hit in the pocket. There was not anyone in the vicinity.
Shotgun on 2nd and 20. Wilson
Stop
steps
him
up.
down now. Yeah. Quit playing. Shit. Stop playing.
The former New York Giant, active last week for the first time since tearing his Achilles last October.
Gets his first sack of the season, had 10 sacks in 2020 before tearing said Achilles. And as you noted, just back last week, getting back into the flow with a sack there out near midfield.
So the Jets had him at the 33-yard line. They are now backed up to the 50. Time package here for Detroit. 1:20 and counting left in this first half. Michael Carter in there. Wilson. And it hits the hands of Tyler Conklin. Incomplete. Stops the clock with 1-2.
You okay, baby?
And that total defense designed. We're going to give you the completion. We're just not going to give you the first down. You know, and this is part of the inconsistency. With Zach Wilson, we've seen those flashes of why he was drafted here again in the first half. He's made some exceptional plays. Play like that, clean pocket, put it right on your receiver, gain a little bit of yardage, and help out your defense a little bit.
Raymond had the touchdown return on the punt earlier to get Detroit on the board. He's standing at his own 13-yard line, waiting for this kick from Great Man. Pressure. Fake on the fair catch.
Well, they got 3 points.
Yeah, they did get
Once again, it's the question.
I'm going to say a touchdown. Yeah, what happened?
He was in the end zone. It's coming out to the 20-yard line.
We don't have a goal.
Tony Adams. Right there. Detroit will have the football with 54 seconds left in this first half.
Oh, they lost the ball. They
Yeah.
they ball. I thought it was our ball. Yeah, we got field goal last time. So now we got the ball back again.
Still a good game.
No.
Ready?
Tumblr and shit like that.
Sonics 2 for 5 and you can do delicious things for only $5. How do you know which to choose?
Hey, you find your own
Ask us.
content.
That's a rhetorical question. Everyone knows 2 for 5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
That's what I gotta do.
Next season on Fansville, presented by Dr. Pepper.
The Cat 45 wave has broken containment from the stadium and is heading straight for Fansville.
When I get some money, I'll start.
Something is coming.
Participate in
It's already. I'm gonna do that on the soccer.
Wait, what is this, the 80s? Next season, prepare to cheer. Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
We go go.
Oh, shit, right here.
There's still one place you go where emotions reign free. A place where the ultimate luxury is the luxury of trusting yourself. Stop for the desire that you answer your sleep. There's luxury you can feel. There's luxury that lets us feel infinitely. Showtime.
Stepped into his New York based
You feel comfortable here. It's the NCIS 3-hour crossover event, January 9th on CBS.
Update on the Jets side of things, concussions, and Denzel Mims, he will not return for New York. Lions take over from the 20-yard line. DeAndre Swift, little shake and bake. Swift spins to the 36-yard line. Will Parks, who was cut and brought back to the practice squad and elevated because of injuries, makes the play. First down for Detroit. We're down to 45 seconds to go. Gets rid of incomplete. Again, a little bit of pressure enough to force Goff to make a decision.
And a decision faster than he wanted to make it. They ended up throwing it in the feet of the receiver, which is actually a good play. Rather than put the ball up in the air and put it in jeopardy.
What's that?
We told him very early on, we don't need you to be a superhero. Just make the
It generates a lot of clicks. It goes on that side. It's different every day.
And you put the pieces around them to give them that opportunity.
Take some video.
Not all over the place. They're only in huddles. Oh, yeah.
He knows a little bit about Dan Campbell. They were together in New Orleans when we asked him about Dan Campbell. Sheldon Rankin said, "Oh, it doesn't surprise me. What Detroit is doing, he brings a lot of juice. Not shocked at all about the personality and approach that has rubbed off on this Lions team."
Yeah, he sees it. It's a reflection of Dan Campbell. But back-to-back plays for that Jets defense. Put pressure on Goff before it's an incompletion. Watch out for the middle 47. Good rusher.
3rd and 10.
Come on.
Trying to get home.
Oh, shit.
That's first two.
He gonna sit on his chest? What the fuck was that?
That should be a flag.
Strip trying to break away from that tackler just to hand the football to the official. We have 29 seconds left.
How they
in
got
his first half, and it's
ball? Damn.
Timeout called by the Jets on the game clock. Thank you. You're welcome. Don't forget Verizon halftime report. JB Phil, Big Boomer, Coach Howard scores, highlights all coming up.
That's all right.
Halftime report. Talk to
Get
Jerry
that nice
about
little lead.
his
That nice little lead.
Yeah.
And he said, "It's just the way I was
3
raised.
points. What a nice little
I'm trying to make things bigger than they
It's
are."
ahead of
His
them.
dad was a
So
special
they
baseball
got a lead.
player,
Come out of nice.
Jerry. And he said that played a big
They
part.
can't even get a
Just
field goal this
understanding where
time.
all of this
Far
fits
away.
in to the grand
They should
scheme
be
of
at the
life.
corner
Yeah,
now.
Jerry always counts it. This is fleeting.
They gonna kick it.
This is going to come to an end.
Yeah.
Be prepared and make sure you have fun along the way and enjoy the ride.
Jack Fox, the kick, Arios, fair catch at the 19,
That's
25 seconds
So
left
they're gonna play.
in this second quarter. It's a 41-yard punt. So Goff, the numbers have been good. 12 and 20, 119 yards, no mistakes.
It's the rest of the
6 of
quarter
10,
now.
120 yards, and 1 touchdown pass to Uzama for 40 yards.
And I think that part of what we're seeing a reflection,
Huh?
the pressure that you noted early on wasn't coming from the Jets. It started to increase from the defensive front against Goff. Plus, they had the penalties on that last drive that took away a touchdown, and they allowed the Jets to help hold them to a field goal.
Just looking for something, can't make a mistake here.
Oh, shit. Look at this.
Home run.
What the fuck? Wow.
Smith downfield against Okuda.
Are they close to their down territory?
14 seconds on the clock. Wilson shot off the arm to the tune of 50 yards.
And what a play by Jeff Smith. Somehow they catch them to where it turns into essentially man-to-man cover. I think it was quarters coverage. But Jeff Okuda running to the outside never sees the football. Jeff Smith does. Tracks it the entire way.
Aren't they supposed
and
to
then
be
goes and
watching
gets
who
it.
they
And able to
supposed
keep
to
his
tackle?
body in front of Jeff
And
Okuda
watching the
and
ball
away
at the
from
same
making a play on
time?
the ball. Nice launch by Zach Wilson. Even better play by Jeff Smith downfield to turn it into the big gainer.
So Wilson has a 33-yard completion, a 40-yard completion, a 50-yard completion.
And you notice where he's at his best? Things are a little bit helter-skelter, right? When I say helter-skelter, almost what they call the backyard football without it being a detriment. It's a compliment. Him playing loose and free What did his coaches tell him to go into this ball game to do? Have some fun. It's just football, Zach. Play the game the way you know how to play it. He seems to be doing more of that in the first half than he has in the past.
In terms of the 19-yard line, many thought Robert Sala would just tell his guys take a knee. No. Pebble to the middle. Chip Smith with the grab.
And how important is Jeff Smith right now? You've noted the injuries already. Corey Davis out of the game didn't play at all. Denzel Mims now with a concussion now, as Evan Westburn told us. So Jeff Smith stepping into the breach. And back-to-back plays, Mike White approves from the sideline.
12 seconds on the clock. Robert Sala, Dearborn, Michigan native.
Everybody likes to put it to their hometown team, don't they? Robert Sala grew up a Lions fan.
Shotgun Wilson. Looking into incomplete. Chip Smith with Okuda.
Like to see that one again because there could have been a chance. And let's see Okuda.
Ain't no chance.
He is with Smith, and he's got a case.
No.
And he's starting to put some hands on him and ride him into the end zone.
They always talk about this hands on shit. Ain't no case.
Flag pulled right there against Jeff Okuda.
Nothing.
And it very easily that one could have been called. I know that they like to let him play. In that case, Jeff Okuda was impeding Jeff Smith's opportunity. Look at the Lions back here. Look what they're doing. Trying to guard everything back there.
5 seconds left.
I don't know.
Wilson over the outstretched arm of Garrett Wilson. 30 seconds on the clock. Field goal will come on for New York.
You know, we talk all the time about these defenses wanting to guard first down markers. They just want to guard the end zone, the touchdown marker. We're going to give up the field goal because you're already there. You're already in range. We still won't give up anything more. The Lions were successful in doing that. But what a nice drive to end this half by the Jets, being aggressive and potentially getting 3 points out of it.
This is a 34-yard attempt for Zerline, who set a team record with a 60-yarder earlier this season.
Field goal.
34-yarder, Zerline.
He missed it.
No, he got it.
Ties the game as time runs out in the first half here at MetLife.
I hope this don't be no flop.
We are all even 10 apiece. Halftime is next after these
No,
first half highlights
out.
from Verizon and a word from me.
Tis the season to switch to Verizon. It's your last chance to get our best deal of the year.
Tis?
Tis. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro. Amazing. Oh.
This holiday season, Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro that's in stock now. Plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro. All on us. That's a value of up to $1,900. Wow. Act now. It's our best deal of the year, but it ends soon. Visit Verizon today.
Toughest Nails returns January 4th on CBS.
The Southeast Michigan Ford dealers invite you to come home for the holidays. Place an order for a 2023 F-150 lease and receive $1,000 retail order bonus cash right now. Returning Easy Plan lessees can go for a 2023 F-150 and for 24 months. Plus, you can lock in this deal right now. And if at the time of delivery the deal gets better, you get the better deal. So come home for the holidays at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers and take advantage of this lease price and the $1,000 retail order bonus cash.
Irresistible. It looks like no-late fresh today. 100% real ugly mozzarella and famous flavor crust loaded with flavor on never-ending flavor. So what does irresistible look like? It looks like a Hungry Howie's pizza. And now we're doubling down on irresistible flavor with our pepperoni duo. Twice the pepperoni, twice the flavor, just $11.99. Holy pepperoni! Hungry Howie.
Over the last 40 years, I've won the biggest verdicts in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Iowa, South Carolina, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and here in Michigan. But our home is here. It's no secret that I win because I care. I won't back down, give in, or give up ever. I was born for this. 5 you're wrong. We are an army of one. One goal. One mindset. Justice for you.
Happy holidays from all of us at CBS Detroit.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. It is the network that America relies on. Full house back here in Studio 43 and to the highlights.
All right, let's get to it. Chiefs at the Texans have a Patrick Mahomes. He's got 2 touchdown passes in the first half. This one to Jerry McKinnon. He's going to be down the sideline. That's a 20-yard touchdown. 14-7 Texans. Texans playing with 2 quarterbacks in this game. This one is Davis Mills. He's going to take off 17 yards down the sideline. They're going to take a 14-7 lead. And right before half, Patrick Mahomes comes back. He hits MVS. That's Marquise Valdez-Scantling. 14-13 missed extra point by Harrison Butker. Detroit Lions, New York Jets, and that's Zach Wilson with Mike White. Mike White out. Zach Wilson in. How about this? Takes this punt right around midfield to the house. 47 yards for the touchdown. The Lions will take the lead at that point. Zach Wilson, arm in the pocket, goes left, taking exactly what he and he finds C.J. Thomas for the 40-yard TD. The Lions and the Jets not at 10. Eagles at the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields breaks a tackle and takes off what appears to be a touchdown. Look at the speed. Oh, not only does he strongly run, he can dodge people too, but he's ruled out at the 9-yard line. And on the very next play, after the great run by Justin Fields, David Montgomery rushes 9 yards for a touchdown. The play after the touchdown was no good. And then what else? Jalen Hurts caught him on a blitz. Right in the middle of the field, goes untouched, 22 yards for a touchdown. Philadelphia leads 10-6. Cowboys, Jags, Dak Prescott picking apart this defense. Drops back. He's going to find his tight end, Peyton Hendershot, with a 20-yard touchdown pass. They would go up 14-0 at that point. And Dak Prescott keeps rolling. Little flash and fake. And he hits Noah Brown for the touchdown. Cowboys are up 21-7 at halftime.
Pittsburgh at Carolina. I think it's been all Pittsburgh in the running game. Right here, Najee Harris, you can see, taking outside, stiff on him right there. Big touchdown from 7 yards out. One-two combination from Jalen Miller. Right here is going to take it in. 2 yards out. They lead 14-7 first time.
All right, he's the Falcons at the Saints. Desmond Ritter making his first start. The quarterback for the Falcons. Hey, the Saints are one of 2 teams using 2 quarterbacks. This one is the second one, takes some help. He throws his touchdown pass to Rashid Shaheed, and he also has a touchdown pass. Saints lead at half, 14-3. All right, guys, how about Zach Wilson's first half? Not bad. That started a little crazy, a little congested. He got hit a few times, but then this is what he can do. It's out of the pocket, make the right decision. It's a really nice throw down the sideline. Nate, you just pointed this one after separating plays on that Mike Ford goes back against the ring, touchdown to C.J. Uzama. And then right before half, he leads him to a field goal as well. He's 8-14, 185 yards and a touchdown. Wow. Think about it is, no mistakes. A little bit of inaccuracy, okay? But no mistakes, no turnovers. The one thing that I take out of this game, the Jets, well, they don't have a pass rush.
Yeah.
And if Jared Goff's going to be able to sit back there and pick apart this Jet defense, it's going to be a long second half for them.
We know the big fella Quentin Williams isn't playing. That's a big time miss for those guys. But you said it when talking about Zach Wilson. Said getting outside the pocket. He followed up by saying making good decisions. And that's what he said this week. He said he wants to go out. The worst has already happened. He's been benched. He was inactive. Now he can come in and give your team a chance to win by making great decisions with the ball in your hand.
And Detroit Lions have had 12 straight games where they had a takeaway, which is the best in the National Football League. So that has to continue in the second half of this game right now, because the difference right now, neither team has turned the football over.
Right.
In the sense in this game, it's going to be a turnover. Could be the difference in this game.
Detroit's offensive line is really good. That's stifling the Jets' defensive rush for sure. But Zach Wilson, this is what he brings to the table.
Yeah, it is.
Mike White played 3 really good, solid games, but he can get out on the move more. He's 3 for 3 outside the pocket for 81 yards. To me, this is difference for the Jets. Decision making in the second half here, guys, for Zach Wilson. Don't make the bonehead play.
Speaking of the second half action coming up on CBS today. Oh, yeah, I gave it major playoff implications. Cincinnati with that guy, Joe Burrow. At Tampa Bay, Joe Burrow has a big man that he can go to right there in Jamar Chase. That's second half action. The Verizon halftime report, in the meantime, will continue after this.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. The the savings you want.
I'm a Detroiter, born and raised. We're tough, we're strong, we're resilient. And indeed, we carry this team on our shoulders.
Detroit is a football town. We're a football city. We stand behind you all the way. We love you. We're not going nowhere. I am so excited for the time.
Time for a special holiday offer.
Every week, you see our stats. Just so you know, we see yours too. We see you, Gianna, and 100% of your students to graduate on time. We see you, Diane, training hundreds of public defenders to provide equal justice for all. We see all of you across the nation putting up the numbers that inspire change in your communities. We see you, change makers, and we support you.
Welcome to the lingo. As contestants, we show the first letter of a word. All they have to do is guess that word.
BACON. Lingo. Series premiered January 11th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Let's go!
CBS Wednesday. Celebrate the music of Paul Simon.
One of the greatest poets in music history.
Performances that will warm your soul. Apprentice to Paul Simon. Without incident on CBS.
Get Verizon Business Unlimited from the network businesses rely on, like Manny. Event planning with our best plan ever.
Yeah, that's what I do.
With 5G ultra-wideband in many more cities, you get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost. Plus, unlimited premium data and hotspot data to keep the signal flowing and your teams going. You made that look easy, Manny.
Like I said, that's what I do.
Come in or book an appointment with a Verizon business expert to find the right plan for your team. Get Verizon Business Unlimited from the network businesses rely on.
Back here for the Verizon halftime report coming up later today. 2 games with major playoff implications. The big one coming up first, Burrow and Brady.
How about these Bengals 5 in a row, JB? How about the Buccaneers? They've been reeling as of late. Joe Burrow's got all of his offensive pieces with him, except for Hayden Hurst. Look for a high-scoring game from the Bengals' perspective. On the other game, you have the Titans visiting the Chargers. Chargers have won 2 out of their last 3. The Titans have fallen apart. They have lost 3 in a row. They need this game in the worst way. Derrick Henry needs to step up big because the Chargers have one of the weakest run defenses in all the NFL.
Love this time of year. Coming up on CBS and the Verizon halftime report continues.
New episodes of Peace New York return in the new year, but you don't have to wait. I got your back. It's every episode on Paramount Plus. Catch up on all the episodes of Peace New York, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
That's all we order. Fire gives us a second chance.
Don't miss out on TV's top new series, Fire Country, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
The Emmy Award-winning CBS Mornings, weekdays at 7 on CBS.
When holidays come around and the snow begins to fall, we appreciate the beauty of the Michigan winter and the fun of the Michigan lottery. With so many games in store and online and top prizes up to $500,000. Whether it's for friends, family, or you, Holiday Instants is the perfect gift to light up the season. And for an even happier holiday, play new $6 million jackpot with over $300 million in total prizes.
Hi, it's Rodrigo. I'm here hanging out with my favorite Feldman dealership. Not only did I get my share from Feldman, but my free time, I just like to hang around with the best car people in the business. It's fun being number one. Feldman has locations all over Michigan, so no matter where I find myself, I can hang with the friendly faces at Feldman Chevrolet. So if you need a new Chevy or maybe a new friend, come on down to Feldman Chevrolet. Michigan's number one Chevy dealer.
You don't have to play for the Lions to get the same elite healthcare that keeps the team at their best.
I may not catch touchdown passes, but I know all about the comebacks.
We may not block for each other, but we do team up to achieve victory.
I'm not a lion, but I have the healthy heart of one. I am Henry.
I am Henry.
We are Henry.
The official healthcare provider of the Detroit Lions. And you.
Want more stats? Just ask Siri, who leads the league in receiving touchdowns.
Getting you set for third quarter action here at MetLife. We are tied at 10. The Lions and the Jets. Eagle Charles Davis, Evan Washburn down on the sidelines. There are necessary steps you have to go through to be a winning team in the NFL. One of them is important games in December, and that's something that both of these organizations are finally at that stage. Very critical here. The Jets obviously handing the offense over to Zach Wilson because of the injury to Mike White. Evaluate for us where he has been successful.
I think he's been successful when he's been on the road. This is what he was really evaluated as doing best coming out of college. You see the play outside the pocket, and the footwork was something he had issues with prior to going to the bench. How about that rhythm there on that throw? And then again, a movement play goes back against the ball with a big shot down here. Zach Wilson looking comfortable and confident. And the Jets right now feeling good about the spot they're in.
Halftime numbers, 172 total yards for the Jets through the air. And 119 for Detroit. Jared Goff went 12 of 20, still looking for his first touchdown, the one touchdown for the Lions coming on special teams and Khalif Raymond. Jets get the football to start this second half. Fox kicks it off to Berrios. Whatever ball it was, closed quickly, and he comes up short of the 25-yard line. That's where the Jets will open up. He sent it downstairs to Evan.
I just spoke with Dave Campbell, and he said he feels like his guys are playing afraid to lose. He wants them to just cut it loose and win this game, but they have to cut down on the penalties. Would love to see a takeaway here in the second half. They've had one in the last 6 games. As for Robert Saleh, really liking how aggressive Zach Wilson is playing in this offense as a whole, but defensively, his number one priority, pressure on Goff, 0 sacks in that first half.
And no running attack, tangible running attack to speak of for the New York Jets. Held to 21 yards in the first half on the ground. Wilson pumps it in there, bounces off the hand of Garrett Wilson, and it's incomplete. So we mentioned the Goff numbers. Wilson finished up 8 of 14, 185 yards, and a touchdown. 2 Uzama. He absorbed 2 sacks in that first half.
And people coming into it probably thought, okay, Zach Wilson here at Goff, decided quarterback advantage for Detroit. Didn't turn out that way in the first half. Zach Wilson really played better and better as time went on. What did Jared Goff play poorly? Just the numbers reflected there. Zach Wilson showing his potential in the first half of the Jets.
2 tight ends in this formation. They run it. Knight slashing short of the 30-yard line. Picks up 5 yards on the play. You look at the numbers this season for Robert Saleh's squad. 8 games with over 90 yards rushing. They've gone 7-1 in those games. 5 games under 90 yards. They are 0-5.
And remember, Breece Hall getting hurt has hurt those numbers. Big time. Michael Carter having an ankle injury, had to adjust again. Donovan Knight, though. Bam Knight has given them their best running attack since the injury to Breece Hall. Haven't been able to get to it much here as this game has gone on.
Breece Hall was having a huge season, torn ACL against Denver. And his rookie campaign out of Iowa State. 3rd and 5. Wilson throws it, and it is on time to Conklin. First down, New York, in a matchup with a safety, Deshaun Elliott. They pick up 7 yards.
And Detroit came with a blitz. I thought both linebackers came on that play. But how about the catch by Conklin? Just snatched it out of the air, and despite the attempted jostling there from Deshaun Elliott, Conklin wrestles it away and puts up a first down for the Jets.
First catch of the day for Conklin. He's put up excellent numbers this year. 46 grabs, 3 touchdowns.
Epic on the Angela too.
No. Yeah, they got me on it.
And he's
or is it the 2 or is it 2 hurt?
2 minutes.
Yeah. There's the big gaff that has plagued Zach Wilson. Lions are set up deep in New York territory after the turnover.
Reps name is Adam.
Washburn told us that Robert Saleh liked the aggressiveness he saw out of Zach Wilson, but with aggressiveness must come some smarts as well. He doesn't read this coverage at all and sticks with his receiver the entire way. And Jerry Jacobs sees that and gets his first interception of the season. In fact, this week, he was talking about how the Lions have become more aggressive with takeaways, and he hasn't contributed one himself. He said, I'm hungry. I want to eat as well. He gets his first big bite right there.
12th takeaway for the Detroit defense in the last 7 games.
Yeah, and Zach Wilson was with him the entire way on that route, and Jacobs able to take advantage.
So the line of scrimmage is the 15. Goff will toss it to the outside. Catch made by Swift. And adjusts to try to get around Quan Alexander for no gain on the play.
And I want to go back to the early part of the game, and you mentioned how when we talked to Jared Goff, and you asked about the offensive line, use one word for them. The word was
dominant.
How about that pass play right there? That's not going to go down. Reynolds going to go, remember this pass play? Because it was just a swing. And how much time did he have back there? No one even close. Robert Saleh wants more pressure. He didn't get it right there in that play against Detroit.
Double tight end set. Handoff. Jets were ready. Jamal Williams gets hit by Will Parks. More playing time for Parks. The injury to LaMarcus Joyner. Loss of one on the play.
And how about this? Parks filling in for LaMarcus Joyner. Watch him coming in and approaching. There's a rundown in terms of defense. You're not really playing the pass, but you're sending the pressure up front in order to stack up the run. And that's what Will Parks did. Had it all stacked up and then let him finish it off. Jeff Holbrook, defensive coordinator, getting aggressive with his play calling here down in the red zone.
And a huge play at the 12-minute mark of the third if the Jets can hold Detroit to a field goal try. And they will. The quick throw is incomplete, looking for Khalif Raymond. DJ Reed, blanket coverage.
Good coverage, ball a little bit inaccurate from Jared Goff, thrown on the backside of Khalif Raymond.
Right out
hitting him on the front side as he runs the
P.O.P.
slam. Watch as Raymond 11 at the top and bottom of your screen goes inside. He's got to reach back for it, and as he does so, as you go to DJ Reed blanketing him there, he will make a play on the ball and knock it free.
34-yard attempt here for Michael Batchley after the pick thrown by Zach Wilson. Batchley connects for Detroit. It's 13-10 Lions. 11:55 to go in the third. 3-point lead. Detroit.
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the Buffalo Wing's been around. Lips are burning. Oh.
Geico, over 85 years of savings and service.
You sexy
Our Fairbanks, Alaska store is closest to the North Pole, which has folks wondering, does Santa shop at Home Depot?
No comment. No comment. No comment.
There's a lot of things in this town.
Somebody made the naughty list.
These tiny gloves are the most popular. We don't know why.
It's elves.
Come on, guys.
Find everything you need to make the holidays yours, and maybe Santa.
Santa, I'm Keith.
At the Home Depot, our doers get more done.
I've never seen a big guy with flip-flops.
Crispy, creamy, mustard, creamy.
Yeah, just like a soul, the hidden souls in it.
If you're just a fire arcade, you can roll in classic or spicy.
Rebounds. You got now. The new year's the perfect time to start watching episodes of Ghosts with a new ghost.
Where did you come from?
I'm a car ghost. What's a car ghost? I died in a car accident, so now I'm bound to this car. Always forget about my head.
The Critics' Choice nominee for Best Comedy Series.
This dead Jessica lady just goes wherever the car goes? What are you doing? Adding this to my ghost notes. This is huge.
Catch the phenomenon. Ghosts returns Thursday, January 5th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Week 15 continues on Fox and CBS, then tonight on NBC. Tune in tomorrow for Monday Night Football on ABC and ESPN. Stream games live on your mobile phone with NFL Plus.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of all rights. Any of the use of this broadcast, any pictures, descriptions, or sounds of any Productions is prohibited.
From her page or something? The real Richie X.
Jerry Jacobs, interception, 13 straight games with a takeaway, the longest active streak in the NFL. Jacobs torn ACL in 2021. He suffered back in week 14 to come back and emerge as the starter. Second-year pro from Arkansas. Out to the 25-yard line on Tuesday, the Jets hosted a holiday shopping spree at Dick's Sporting Goods for students in the Brooklyn Community Services Jets Academy. All 116 students enrolled in the after-school program received a $250 gift card to shop around the store and get into that holiday spirit. Happy holidays. Next week, games on Christmas Eve, games on Christmas Day, will be an NFL bonanza.
You know how to do it. Put the pallets and you know all that and then hurt.
And get this offense back in gear. From the 25, the use of motion and tonight. And just your typical running play has not been very effective for the Jets. He's held to a 2-yard pickup.
So they're Aiden Hutchinson, number 97, the number 2 overall pick in this year's draft. When you draft a defensive end, you're thinking sacks, you're thinking pass rush, you're thinking pressure. Hutchinson is the total package. You're getting that with Detroit. You know what else you're getting? The guy plays the run as well. Not worried about just getting to the quarterback, playing good team defense, and run progressive well as a rookie.
Second down for New York. Running play, bouncing to the outside. Knight turns the corner as he gets to the edge. Flag thrown at the 24. Now, there's a reason why there was so much space to work with, as Aiden Hutchinson could have been held on the play.
Offense, number 76. It's a 10-yard penalty. Second down.
It is George Fant. Second penalty of the day for New York.
76, working at 97 and white. You see Hutchinson trying to hold him off. And then there's Fant, his right hand on the outside of the shoulder pad. Similar to early in the game, it was on Evan Brown of the Lions. That hand's on the outside part of the shoulder pad. That's going to be out there visible for the officials. That's going to draw a flag almost every time.
We asked Hutchinson about the rookie adjustment. He said, I'm one of the lucky guys. I get to play at home. So the routine has been very easy, having friends, family around. And that's been smooth. And that's smooth when you have family who understands and respects what you're doing. If you're at home and family doesn't, it can be a problem. Wilson trying to tuck and run it, but Deshaun Elliott stayed there and held on tight along the sideline. It's a gain of 4 for Zach Wilson. So it's 3rd and 13 for the Jets. Jets haven't had a winning season since 2015. That's the longest active streak in the NFL. Interaction today at 7-6. They were 6-3. They dropped 3 of their last 4 games.
Garrett Wilson's been pretty quiet for him in recent series for the Jets. Number 17 in green. One of the better playmakers.
4 targets today, 1 catch.
Oh,
Chip Smith couldn't get away. 4-yard pickup. Will Harris, the tackle the Jets will punt.
I almost wonder if the last interception lingered in the mind of Mike LaFleur on that play call there. But Zach Wilson didn't want to force anything downfield, take that short of a chance, rely on a really good defense now. Make sure you don't make the big mistake and turn it back over to them.
So it's Braden Mann, 3rd year from Texas A&M, the Ray Guy Award winner in 2018. Colin Freeman at the 24. Towards the sideline, out of bounds. So now it's just a question of where they mark it out. Across the 25, across the 30. And they're going to spot it at the 34-yard line. That's where Detroit will set up shop. 3-point lead for the Lions in the 3rd.
Take a picture.
Yep, I just got the new iPhone 14 with its amazing camera at T-Mobile.
Wow, for a limited time at T-Mobile, get 4 iPhone 14s on us and 4 new lines for $25 a line.
More truck owners are switching to Ram, which means more people with holiday spirit are switching to Ram. And more people with not so much. More people who love the cold. And more people who don't. more good Samaritans, more good neighbors, and more people covered in tree sap are switching to Ram.
When you can barely smell your plug-in, what are your guests smelling? Try Febreze Fade to 5 Plug. It has built-in technology to digitally control how much scent is released to smell first day fresh for 50 days.
Air Force, huh? Your parents could be eligible for USAA. Car, home, life insurance, and a bank. So they could buy you all the treats you would like.
USAA. It's for the military community and their families.
Why? Loaded by Funko. December. At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
With an Invisalign smile, everything clicks. And that class reunion becomes... Invis is the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner and more predictable results. Invisalign.
That's definitely him.
Dude, that's Jessica taking a little break with a peppermint frosty.
I gotta ask him. Hello.
Hi.
Mind if I sit? Okay.
When it's Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new peppermint frosty.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Wendy's Rich Creamy Peppermint Frosty. Get one today. Invisalign Lighters, transforming smiles, changing lives. And by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Lions have won 2 in a row here in the month of December. They have not won 3 straight in December since 2014. They got a 13-10 lead with 9:20 to go in the third. Lions take over at their own 34-yard line with Swift in the backfield. Goff has the time. Underneath, once again, to Swift. Quincy Williams all over it. And it's a 3-yard pickup through the air.
Can't underestimate how good the corners are for the New York Jets. Number 4, DJ Reed, the rookie number 1, Ahmad Sauce Gardner. They're taking away a lot of downfield opportunities for the Lions and making Jared Goff check it down underneath. And the Jets have the speedy receiver, linebacking corner, run with those running backs and make plays right on the spot, as we just saw there.
Lions feel empty. 2nd and 7. Goff connects with Raymond. Makes his move upfield for a first down at the 45. Brought down by Sauce Gardner on the play. They pick up 9. He sent it down to Evan.
Guys, you mentioned all the receivers at Jared Goff's, just his arsenal he has right now. But Jameson Williams, 8 and white, the top pick here. Coming back from that knee injury, they're still managing his snaps. So he's out there right now, but he's on and off the field. They kind of want to ease him back into this, not just with the offense, but also making sure he's right physical.
That big shot with him earlier in the game that was unsuccessful. That's what we're looking for.
Hand off on first down to Jamal Williams, and he takes it across midfield for a gain of 5. Williams, the wide receiver that Evan was talking about, Jameson, torn ACL 11 months ago, so 14 snaps last week. We asked Dan Campbell about it. He said, we're going to pick and choose our spots. We want to make it comfortable for him and put him in a position to succeed.
This is how talented he is. A rebuilding team moves up to number 12 in the draft with 3 picks in the first round to take a guy they knew they would have to wait on. Knew they were rebuilding, wanted to have that home run threat, willing to wait for him to get healthy.
Goff fires it out of bounds. Good savviness, though, to avoid that first rush from Solomon Thomas and save ground in the vicinity of that pass.
So the pressure Robert Saleh's been looking for from his Jets, on this play ends up getting a little bit of it. Solomon Thomas was the first guy to force Jared Goff to make an extra move before he made a throw, and the coverage continued to be good downfield.
And now it's 3rd and 5. Jets came in, tied for 5th in the league in sacks with 39, but no Quentin Williams, the team leader, out with a calf injury. He came into the week with 11. Goff, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended target. Coverage from Michael Carter, the second, the slot corner.
And boy, has he accepted the challenge today. Michael Carter III working inside the slot. But Monroe St. Brown, he is the guy that Jared Goff's going to go to. They get tangled up a little bit. No flag on the play. Good coverage there by Carter. Able to stay with him and force the incompletion.
So Detroit will punt it. Berrios is deep in the 10-yard line for New York.
It's theirs now, about to punt it.
Jack Fox, fourth year from Rice.
Years of motherfucking territory.
Roll into the end zone. So a 49-yard punt, but a net
Hell no.
29. Jets will have the 20
Yeah, we
trail
still
the
got
Lions by
we
3.
get a chance to print out that slip.
We know y'all can cook real good, but sometimes
The
the
one
famous
for the can that I just
it's a top
wrapped up.
10 spots, packed lots of out juicy mixings of chicken that everyone can enjoy. You want it too. Get it only at Popeyes.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
For just a little bit more and get you unlimited minutes, data, and text.
Consumer settings. We have everything you need, nothing you don't. Get the same coverage as the major carriers at half the cost. Save up to $250 a year on all the talk, text, and data you need. Consumer selling.
Get breaking news, blockbuster trade, highlights, and instant reactions. It's all sports all day long. CBS Sports HQ. Watch anytime.
Don't miss out on TV's top news series.
No, just put the palace.
Welcome to Toughest Nails.
This is the palace. Remember when we put the whole thing on there? That's what people had open packages and shit like that. We don't put the whole name on there, just the palace.
Toughest Nails returns January 4th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
In 2 weeks, CBS puts a bow on the college football season. Pitt takes on 18th ranked UCLA at the Sun Bowl. We'll see you December 30th, 2 Eastern, right here on CBS.
Won't be long. That'll be an ACC Big Ten battle. Is UCLA making the trek to a new conference?
That's really happening.
It's happening. It is happening.
Jets' 8th possession of the day. They've dealt with a long field throughout. They have not started to drive past their own 25-yard line. Bouncing off the contest, Zonovan Knight has nowhere to go. No gain on the play. Will Harris there defensively.
And emblematic of what we've seen on that, what we just saw on that play. Aiden Hutchinson's been playing that way for the Lions all day long. The rookie number 2 overall pick. Look at him retracing to help get a piece of that tackle. But how about this? Setting the edge against George Fenn. Watch him use his hands, shed, skate, and make the tackle. Young man out of Michigan, sure, he can get to the quarterback. We know that. But how about him playing good overall team defense? He wasn't in on the last play. But he and his Lions mates have made it tough to run the football for the Jets so far today.
Hutchinson played tight end in high school. He says I have the best hands on the team.
Oh, yeah. He's not shy telling the coaches to put in a pass play for him.
The flip never gets the Berrios. So they sell it well enough that all the action was to one side, but Wilson could not get enough juice on it for Berrios.
And that's what happens when you have to make your decision quicker than you want to. So everyone's going to get on Zach Wilson a little bit, but watch, as he wants to make the play, Pocket's starting to get in on it. People are starting to get there. Romeo Okwara, number 95, might have affected things a little bit. And there he was trying to get rid of the football. So I know people are reacting negatively on that one. That play needed another half count to develop for Zach Wilson to get enough mustard on him to make it a good play.
Zach Wilson is now 10 of 19, 196 yards, a touchdown, And a pick. Wilson deep drop. Step. Well, that one is dying. But it's caught. Michael Carter.
That's them.
Michael Carter made the play on the football, and the Lions did not. I'm answering your question in my mind. That's how this happened. Because this has nothing to do with Zach Wilson making a play. In fact, he made a poor play. He put this one up for grabs with Alex Anzalone in his face. And Mike White very happy about it. But at the same time, Michael Carter made that play happen. He went up and snatched it out of the air before the Lions defender could react.
16 yards. The Jets very fortunate more than anything else. Carter trying to fight through it. Uzama with a block up front. It's a 6-yard pickup across the 40-yard line.
And one of the better blocked plays of the afternoon by the Jets offensive line, Deshaun Elliott, the Lion who is hurt.
They come out to check on the 5th-year pro Deshaun Elliott. Signed to a 1-year deal during the offseason. Had some injury problems in Baltimore. Forearm in 2018, knee injury in 2019. 5:23 to play in the third. We'll come right back.
Once upon a time, a wishing star fell from the sky.
That star has one wish to grant.
Play double time. Find the wishing star.
Sniff him out.
Oh, rocky smell. It's cats. Oh. Only Bears, PG.
I've never watched Patrick's practice jersey. Superstitious. I need to get that personal. Stay on personal price line. It just helps you create an affordable price. Call in quick to get a quote today. Might be good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Each morning, I start with a quick road milk.
If you want to be a champ, you gotta start like a champ.
Yes, Coach.
Okay, pick up the pace. Put your heart into it. You call yourself a Manny?
Quaker Oats, the official oatmeal sponsor of the NFL.
These moments don't last forever, but Duracell can make them last longer.
Dad, tomorrow we're going to the playground.
All right, we're headed to the playground.
Yeah, we're going to the playground.
Have fun.
We're coming. I'll see you later. I'm headed to the playground.
Yeah, sit down.
I've got one more. You think I've never been to the playground?
Shop Best Buy and experience the magic of giving the perfect gift.
2 full meals, $5.99 each. Microwave crispy 2 fries, 2 drinks. Double them up or mix and match. Whatever you want, we're into that. Having your way.
Put stamps all over. No one will pay for it.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Burger King and Best Buy. Get gifts fast as soon as today.
Chilly here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Deshaun Elliott got up on his feet and went directly to the pop-up tent along the Detroit sideline. So C.J. Moore steps in for him. 2nd down and 4. The Jets on the move. Just over 5 minutes to go in the third. Running play, it's Carter. Falls forward. Very close to the first down. Moore there defensively. Detroit came away with the football, but it was ruled out.
And again, how does this catch get made? Michael Carter sees the football and goes to it. Deshaun Elliott falling down, stumbling off balance. A ball that was up for grabs. It should have been Detroit's ball, but Michael Carter turned it into possession for the Jets. And now the Jets 3rd and short. Look at him stacking his line.
Find out. Jets were trying to get lined up. The ball moved a bit. They set it initially, and then the Jets crowded, trying to get there quickly to possibly try a quarterback sneak, just push it for half a yard. They have placed it now in between the 45 and the 46.
And in the past, they've taken Tyler Conklin, number 83, and run him in at quarterback off of a shift to take the snap and go. And let's face it, what does everyone do if you do the quarterback sneaks now? Someone behind the quarterback pushing him forward.
Deshaun Elliott heading to the locker room for Detroit. And just as you called it, Conklin. First down, Jets. Needed half a yard, gets 2. So that's what film prep does for you if you're an NFL analyst, like one Charles Davis.
And it's been one of these things, and you and I have seen it throughout the league this year, Ryan. People who trust guys who handle the ball well, they will go inside and do that. Kansas City will do it with Travis Kelce. And the other play we've talked about, quarterback sneaks, people behind the quarterback pushing them and propelling them forward. We've seen a lot of that around the league this year.
Conklin getting some equipment help from his buddy Mike White. And the new set of outs for the Jets to work. They'll kick the handoff. Wilson, too hot to handle off the hands of Berrios. Incomplete.
And he waited for it to open on the second shot because it was the first one that didn't run. There's 2 windows. First window, no, but the second window, turn it loose. Just a little bit extra on it, and Berrios not there to get it. He can come at you from any arm angle. That's one of the skills that he possesses coming out of BYU. One of the things he's evaluated for highly. That one, a good decision. That one just wasn't completed.
No Corey Davis, no Denzel Mims.
I know it's at the ankle motor.
Second down and 10. Pitching. Nothing doing. Alex Anzalone, 4.
And he brought the hammer, didn't he? No question. Picked up the big mallet and dropped it down. The best runs the Jets have had in this drive have come to the left side of their offensive line. They're back-to-back runs to get them nearly a first down, and the best runs up the game for them. Watch Anzalone run him down, and then he gets some help there from Kirby Joseph, the rookie out of Illinois, number 31. Swing the big hammer for him.
And Bam Knight was injured on the play on that collaborative hit. 3rd and 12.
All right, come on, get that ball.
Wilson
Yeah.
Wilson, the intended receiver.
Yeah, I got
3 Detroit defenders in the area. And the fans react.
Garrett Wilson reacted as well. And I think that's something that he and the Jets teams have to get to a little bit. You know, you never want your quarterback to show you up if you do something incorrect. At the same time, how much emotion and expression are you going to get back towards the quarterback? And maybe it's just him being upset that they didn't pick up the 3rd down. You got to be careful as you have a little bumps in there in the relationship between quarterbacks and receivers.
Great man to kick it. Collie from England is 8 for Detroit. They brought some pressure. Man's kick. Curving into the end zone. 55-yard punt, but a net of 35. The Jets getting frustrated. They're down by 3 to Detroit.
Did you know Google makes a phone? Do you know about its camera? Like the way it fixes blurry photos. Magically erases annoying distractions. And even fixes photos taken with your old phone. Now that you know all that, did you know switching has never been easier? Start fixing with Pixel, the only phone engineered by Google. Get Google Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro for free.
No,
Heavy duty bullet power.
more fast.
To conquer the high road or the
I
off road.
really
The GMC Sierra Heavy Duty. Premium and capable. It's the holidays. You'll find the year's best selection of GMC Sierra Heavy Duty pickups in stock and ready for delivery. See your local GMC dealer today.
I'll admit it, I'm a basketball guy. Dude, no need to get that personal. State Farm Personal Price Plan just helps you create an affordable price.
Right. I'm not a basketball guy.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tuesday on CBS, celebrate the season with the Queen of Christmas singing all her favorite holiday songs. The once-in-a-lifetime concert event, Mariah Carey. Merry Christmas to all, Tuesday on CBS. Number one Christmas song.
Yeah.
Are you looking for validation? Yes, I'm looking for it because you always have it. Hand it off to Jamal Williams, who is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So the Jets, what we've seen in the Zach Wilson starts this year, their defense has performed very well. Kept the games close, and then often getting enough to get the win. That is probably the formula they're looking at here. Detroit, meanwhile, is trying to drum up some consistent offense here this afternoon.
And I think if you're the Jets defense, that is great. I think you're going to have to think about, can you make a play yourself? Jim Holbrook, the defensive coordinator, he said the last few games, we have not gotten the takeaways that we've needed. That's been emphasized all week long. They need that type of a play.
Off on a 2nd and 12. Pumps it in there to St. Brown for a first down. NFL Today update. Send it to New York.
Jacksonville right back at it. They sure are getting back in this game. Trevor Lawrence finds Marvin Jones from 10 yards out for the touchdown. Trevor Lawrence really playing well. Dallas 27, Jacksonville 24. Back to High-End Charles.
Yeah, I think I need to
And Jacksonville is coming here to MetLife on a short week Thursday night. They'll play the Jets.
That's going to be so huge.
Oakdale Community Place.
From the 32, two Jets, DeAndre Swift.
And let them know how the people answer their doors.
So Denzel Smart got in there after the initial contact.
Where was
That's
this?
another holding call.
Where Dion?
Holding.
Oh.
Offense. Number 77. It's a 10-yard penalty.
I already
Replay first
mad
down.
about
Frank
the
Reich
check
now
in
is called on the hold.
because I said it's
5-year
far
veteran,
back.
part of this elite
It's
offensive
mentioned
line
something.
right now is dealing
Then
with foot injury
Brandon
this
just
week.
rang the bell.
One-time Pro Bowler.
And a
Bush
big man that's
told
6'5",
and
playing
just
center.
took the bag.
I guarantee there were no 6'5" centers. Remember, they was looking at the center being the pivot guy, being in the middle.
I'm
Nobody knows
looking at
about
him
the
like,
the super
what
tall
happened?
guy.
What?
Can you play with enough
So I
leverage?
said, I'm
Right
going
now, he put that in red. That's for sure.
because
First
one,
down and 20.
they probably got Daddy that just got the job. Keep it fucking around.
Swift
You
is
change your
twirled down by
motherfucking
Quincy
tone.
Williams.
You went through
Aggressive
the
and
shit, you
fast.
should be okay.
Brings a lot of toughness. It's a 2-yard loss.
This is the speed of Quincy Williams once again being in evidence. And look at it. Get a hold of Swift and twirl him to the ground. You remember early in the ballgame, the first drive of the game, Quincy Williams made the big play with O-line to stop the initial threat by the Detroit Lions, trying to score 6 on their first drive. Quincy Williams makes another play in the open field there.
Final seconds of this third quarter. 2nd down to 22 for Detroit. Operating from the gun. Goff into trouble, breaks out of it, and tosses it away. Franklin Myers, that initial heat on Jared Goff.
Now, Jets fans are saying, what about grounding? You got us for grounding. Was he outside the tackle box and did the ball get to the line of scrimmage? I think the answer would be yes on both of those.
2 seconds left on the clock. 3rd down and 22 for the Lions.
Well, the pressure that Robert Saleh was looking for from his Jets defense has been more of evidence here in the second half. Look how wide they're getting with their pass rush.
Shotgun, Goff. The pass to Reed on the Jets. Comfortable giving up that kind of yardage. They bring him down to bring up 4th down. DJ Reed with a stop.
They brought him down and then drag him back. Ain't that holding though?
Yeah.
They got a hold him to pull it.
But they didn't pull the flag.
Brave the desert. Before find the oasis. Conquer the mountain to see how far your dreams can take you. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid are at the on-the-line of your vehicles.
This book
has helped me reach so many young homeowners who have become their parents.
Hey, what's the lowest you'll go on one of these books? Well, remember, no haggling in sports.
Yeah, chapter 6. Yeah. They may have read the book, but they still have a long way to go.
Something to get your John hand out on there.
Let's just call it a signature.
I noticed there weren't any refreshments, so I'm just going to leave a couple of snacks.
Folks, the line's a shambles. Let's tuck it in, sir.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
We don't need a line monitor.
When you say to the skeptics, be open to believe. Do you believe in miracles? Travel to Lourdes, France with 60 Minutes for a story you need to see to believe tonight.
The Emmy Award-winning CBS Mornings, weekdays at 7 on CBS.
This month, we're not holding anything back.
More than France, you know.
Our whole home cover system.
I don't know why they're reporting in France. Anyway.
Paying no payments and no interest until 2024. Making this winter unforgettable for the first time ever. Amazon will match your utility rebates. Announce a potential max cashback value of $4,500. For December only, we're giving away a 3-5-year extended labor and maintenance warranty.
At Chevy, the holidays mean going places and doing things you love to do with friends and family. Visit your local Chevy dealer, and when you find your red tag, you find your deal. Then make the most of your time with the people who matter most. Find your moments, find your deals. GM employees with a current eligible Chevy lease can use $500 red tag bonus cash to get this Silverado for $289 a month. Chevy drives the Motor City. Visit ChevyDetroit.com.
Happy holidays from all of us at CBS Detroit.
Welcome back. MetLife Stadium, start of the fourth quarter. Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn is down on the field, and we are set for a crucial final quarter here that very well could determine the playoff fate for both of these squads. The punt from Fox rolls to Berrios, and he's hit hard down low at the 30-yard line. So the Jets will have it there to open up the fourth after the play by Josh Woods on special teams. What have these two head coaches done? Well, they've done outstanding work between Dan Campbell and Robert Saleh. Market improvement from year one to year two.
And we see it in the wins, but I think it's much more evident around these teams. When you spend time around both of them, I spend time around both of them. The feel, the atmosphere, the confidence that these young men play with now, a direct reflection of what these head coaches have brought with them and put in place throughout their organizations.
Jets have it at the 31-yard line. Motion man Moore. Wilson tries to throw the needle, and it's knocked away from Garrett Wilson by Okuda. Incomplete. Down to Evan.
Guys, it's a shoulder injury for Deshaun Elliott. Left shoulder. His return is questionable. He is still in the locker room. And you mentioned Donovan Van Dyke kind of lifted the sideline. It's his left foot and ankle. Kind of got rolled up on, spent some time in the tent. Heavy tape job, still on the sidelines. It looks like Michael Carter for now will be the primary back for the Jets.
And Carter was the primary back, Evan, when Brees Hall went down with the injury, but they liked the pop that Donovan Knight brought. Fresh set of legs after being on the practice squad. Wilson. Miller trying to cut to the outside, makes a move.
Oh, wow.
Really? They scared to tackle him?
Seems
You
like
can't tackle him? What?
Jacobs and Joseph got spun
They were
around.
trying to avoid it.
Right, I ain't never knew he wasn't tackling him.
Oh, not too easy down there.
He just bounced around
Yeah, you shook him.
like the ball. So, look, wasn't nothing to shoot, wasn't no one near him. They wasn't even trying to tackle him like they was scared. No, you do. You do.
Something unexpected occurs in this league. That would be a shocker.
They've been making me mad. That's why I don't look up there. Trying to get too emotional.
Keep doing stupid ass mistakes.
Yeah.
Getting flags thrown for doing stupid shit.
In the area,
Holding.
and the Jets go 3-0.
You already know when you
And
make
most of
that
the
ball.
passes we've seen
You know they
lately
gonna be looking for everyone's stupid
They
shit.
should already know that.
What if Michael
Because,
Moore's going
I
to look
mean,
back at his playbook and see if there's any
they
way
get the
to move him a
stupidest
little bit?
calls
Get him out
for
some of
doing
those
stupid
boots, some of those
shit.
design roles, maybe a little more RPO. To give him the opportunity to be a much more expressive playmaker, the guy that they drafted out of BYU.
So in a game that very well could be determined by field position, flipping the field, punt to for special teams. The Jets are leading on a great day. And that's one of the bigger kicks we've seen from him. Regan, a fair catch called for.
They just pointed it.
It's a 55-yard kick. Detroit will take over early stages of
They
the
need
fourth.
to get a touchdown. And no conversions. That's what I want when I be, who don't know the whole purpose of the music and the rain and all that shit is for you to go to sleep. Why have TV? I can't be
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of Big Mobile.
Want me to pick her up?
And the big wireless companies are busy spending billions on advertising. At Mint, we're not into wasting money, so we bought this spiffy stock footage for $500. Our footage also came with another hand, so we can let you know if you switch to Mint, you'll get 3 months free on all of our plans, even unlimited. Feels like that deserves an explanation point. Whoa, easy.
You just chilling too?
At the Home Depot, we have the tools to make holiday magic, especially when it comes to getting the perfect gift. For all those project-doing, technology-loving, holiday hosting, organizing, woodshop working, even in your life.
Really right here. A little bit right here.
And gifts for everyone else in between. Oh, at the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
You have tested to show the first letter of a word. All they have to do is guess that word.
P.O.P. Series premiere January 11th on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Celebrate the holidays with me, live from New York. Merry Christmas to all. Tuesday on CBS.
Collie Raymond at midfield. Raymond still going. The hurdle. He's in. Touchdown. Electrifying. Wilson, he throws. Caught. Touchdown. C.J. Uzomah. It's the fourth quarter from MetLife. Goff on a throw. St. Brown across the 20-yard line for a first down. Detroit 13 yards. The mentality here, obviously, you're the Lions. You've been aggressive throughout the season. Your offense has been stupendous. But in a game like this, it might be just avoid the big mistake.
And that's what Dan Campbell talked with us about. He said, the team making the least mistakes will win this ball game. And it's interesting, at halftime, he told Evan Washburn, I told the guys, we got to cut it loose a little bit. We're playing not to lose. Maybe a slight adjustment in the message, as Evan noted, when he gave us that report.
Jamal Williams got banged around after the gain of one. They went with an extra offensive lineman on that play. Michael Clemens was there defensively for New York.
And it is interesting, isn't it? You told your guys to play loose and free, but you're also saying, hey, don't make the big mistakes. So how do you ride that line with a team that's still learning how to win big games? Because as Bill Parcells always used to say, the only way you learn how to win big games is to win big games. You just got to go out and do it. This Lions team, this Jets team, both of them learning how to do it at this high level.
Second down and 9 for the Lions. 12:35 to go in the fourth. Goff set it up for DeAndre Swift. Leans forward for a first down. By C.J. Mosley. So nothing big, not a huge production looking downfield, just getting their running back involved.
But watch this, because this is a designed swing. And look who's out in front. You swing that big tackle, Penei Sewell, and get him out in front, and watch him envelop the defensive back, Jordan Whitehead, number 3, trying to make a play.
Charles, they're going to mark him short, chest short. This is third and less than a yard. Goff is 6'4", 217 pounds. They were trying to get the Jets to jump, and now Detroit decides to use a timeout.
Timeout.
So it'll be that third down and short to try to keep this drive alive for Dan Campbell and company. Campbell sat down with our own coach, Bill Cowher. Terrific conversation on the NFL today, and a lot of shared respect there for two guys who played in the league and then got an opportunity to be an assistant coach, needed someone to believe in them. Dan Campbell said, hey, Sean Payton believed in me. And that's what opened the door for me as a coach.
And what's interesting about it as well is similar paths in terms of how they go about things and how they do it. Coach Cowher got an opportunity earlier than Dan Campbell to be a head coach. Capitalized and became the Hall of Famer that is our teammate.
Williams in the backfield, they need half a yard, they get that, and then some. First down across the 40-yard line.
And this was essentially the play they ran on the goal line that got stumped by the Jets. But watch the blocking that gives them the opportunity. And then number 14, Amon-Ra St. Brown, right there, the wide receiver, who told us that blocking is paramount in the wide receiver room of the Detroit Lions. But he said you get a special prize when you get a knockdown. And they debate about whether a block is a knockdown or not. Too, the lockdown's like, that's a knockdown. The rest of the group votes, and they're like, no, not a knockdown, no prize. That's a heck of a block there by Amon-Ra St. Brown.
First down for Detroit. Give to Swift. He gets hit from behind and rolls forward. Carl Lawson with a tackle and picks up 8 yards on the play. The clock continues to roll. Under 11 minutes to go in the fourth. Check in with everybody.
And Charles, how about St. Brown saying it's our chance to hit too? I thought this is interesting, guys. I mean, you hit the point that you block hard on hand, you start to wear down that corner, that DB, and you can pay dividends when you're running around late.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was very interesting when Amon-Ra St. Brown told us how much he respected Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed. Because of the type he made. He said, I respect defensive backs for well attack.
He comes straight back. Hits really quickly. And hits his man into Jets territory. It is St. Brown for 10. NFL Today update to New York. Mahomes with his feet.
Yeah, good game down in Houston. You going to cover everybody? You going to make me run? Over Houston. Back to Ian Charles and Evan.
And we got a 3-point game here in New Jersey. Kansas City trying to wrap up the division once again. What a run it's been for the Chiefs in the AFC West. First down, hands up, big hit off the middle. Juan Alexander with a smack, 4.5-yard pickup on the play as Justin Jackson gets an opportunity for Detroit.
Let's go back to something Evan just talked about the wide receivers blocking all game long against the defensive backs and potentially wearing people down. And does that turn a 7-yard gain into a 70-yard gain later? Right now, I'm thinking that this offensive line of the Lions seeming to gain a little bit more of the upper hand in the run game now against the Jets defensive front as we're into the fourth quarter.
Jamal Williams now in the backfield, second down and 6. No secret what they're doing. Williams in a crowd, gains a yard.
And a good play there by the Jets. Not just the defensive front, but anticipating another run coming. And the linebackers diving down into the gaps right away to money on the blocking assignments and make it hard for running back to find an opening. Saw C.J. Mosley, number 57, react before the snap to get himself involved and help shut down the run game.
Critical throw down here. If the Lions can get the first down, they keep this drive going. They use more clock. The Jets with a chance to stop Detroit here in a 3-point game. 8.5 to go. It's been a long drive.
It's the end of the game. It's 8 minutes left.
I let down. There was a jump.
Yeah, so this
tried the zigzag move, and he's brought down. The question: did Carl Lawson jump too soon? There was 2 flags on the play.
If he did, that'd be 2 weeks in a row. They jumped on a critical third down play. C.J. Mosley dived over the pile last week in Buffalo on a 3rd and short.
There are fouls on both teams. Offside.
On both
defense,
teams?
number 58.
But they about to fight?
Offense, number 77.
We got the ball or they got the ball?
Those penalties offset. Replay.
They got the ball.
3rd down.
We'll do it all again.
Just put it on. I couldn't just make it force field.
It's called with the ball passing and stolen with the offside. So Ragnar right there.
Yeah.
There's a hold up.
No, we got the ball. We got the ball.
We saw Lawson with the jump initially. They ran the ball on third down last time. I think the ball goes in the air here. They got a Ron Brown, St. Brown. It's going to get a punchback here. Trying to hit the head.
I'm coming back. And then it's just 8 minutes now. Ooh, shit.
Nobody there. DeAndre Swift would be the closest line. The Jets hold, and it's 4th down for Detroit.
And I think the Jets defender was headed towards the receiver and didn't see the ball until late. And if he sees the ball the whole way, I think he's got a chance to pick this one off. Watch across the middle as Goff tries to deliver it. See Michael Carter? Looks like he made a little bit of a play on it, but I thought he might have a bigger chance to take that one away.
54-yard attempt for Michael Badgley. Season long is 53. Career long is 59. This 54-yarder from Badgley. He drives
That's it. That's
short.
He barely made it.
No points.
He tried. Okay, a big like I said,
Detroit holding on to a 13-10 lead.
You got a fraction.
Robert Saleh and the Jets are very much alive here in the fourth quarter.
We got a long way to go.
This is Antonelli's Tea Shop, and we're the Antonelli's.
We chose our Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One because we earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase.
And with no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to our business needs. What's in your wallet?
But you cash it out. You cash it out and it's more than I say I got $18. Oh, my God. If I cash it in, it'll be
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
We're going to the Super Bowl to enjoy men the way the Romans did. Tight pants. This one.
Best friends.
I've never been to a party like this. Mom, up here. Party and champagne such a violent beverage.
Get into the best trouble.
So you don't have any tickets. You could get us in.
Eat for Brick, only theaters February 3rd. Where can you go for the latest must-haves? And every season, nice to have. Where can you get that perfect gift for dad? And hot cocoa mustaches for kids. Where can you use track of time all while saving time at the same time? Lowe's, actually. It's the best place to get everything you need for the holidays. Lowe's Spice Body Wash.
I'm not letting hotels soak me hot, kid. It's the lavender mint for me.
So that if you don't change
At Chipotle, real food always starts with real ingredients in real kitchens. When you order Chipotle, real food starts with you. And now, when you order pickup or delivery, you get free queso. It's the easiest way to Chipotle and the fastest way to queso on us.
Let's tackle home together this year.
I was looking at that. I said, they got a lot of money, but it's just better keep adding up. I know you probably got to put out
For some teams, the playoffs is regular.
and like I said,
For these two franchises, it is not. So here we are in week 15 of potentially in playoff run. It's not a good night. With the game there, Isaiah across the tackle, postseason droughts, the Jets last appearance 2010, the Broncos 2015, the Lions 2016 with Miami, and the
we
Giants.
went to that one on
Game 3.
Yeah, I got one of those. And I got one of red with some color like that. And I would make to it. And then after that, I got another color.
And Joyce.
I mean, I do it. I just have to download it. Did they take the ball from us? It's their ball, right?
Fair ball. Main fun.
It's not just his escape with the concentration. If he fought through it and physically got through. Garrett Wilson listed a 6 foot 183 pounds. Not a super strong, overly big guy. Fights his way through the traffic and is determined to go get that football, and he does 33 yards on that reception.
And had a 33-yard catch earlier. Steps the Jets on the 21-yard line. Two-tight formation. Handoff to Carter. Bringing backwards. After that initial jump cut on Lee McNeil, the second-year defensive tackle, a lock inside for NC State.
I'm going back to the Garrett Wilson catch. He and Zach Wilson have never seemed to really match as well as he was locked. It almost felt like on that foot, Garrett Wilson said, it doesn't matter anymore. I'm just going to go make a play. And he ran his way through it, holding the pass interference, and went up and got that and made one of the biggest plays of the afternoon for the New York Jets.
Wilson delivers to the outside. First and goal for New York.
And Barrios loves the tackle that Will Harris put on because he actually dragged him forward about 3 or 4 more yards. Watch the tackle attempt by Will Harris as he swings.
And he drugged him further.
Nice catch. Thank you for the assist for Will Harris.
And the first catch of the game for Barrios. 5:40 and counting left in the fourth. Detroit leads at 13-10.
Look at him. He let that nigga get through.
Oh, he stopped his ass.
Tried to lunge at the goal line.
He tried.
Yeah, he tried.
Jeff Okuda from the first round pick for Detroit.
He did all that shit way back when.
That was a heck of a play. Michael Carter bounces through. Big ball his way.
That was Okuda did that.
He runs his way into the end zone. Look at it, run right through. George Fan through.
I don't even see how he let him get through like that.
The Lions. The basic Jets running over the
That's what's up with you.
Here for New York. Daniel Feeder.
Y'all better get that, man.
Formation. Wilson.
Wilson back.
Short. Jets wanted the touchdown. They're going to peel off that pile. Wilson is up there eventually.
He's over there. He's there. You got it. I think because he was over that line.
There's the pushing.
Yeah, over the line. But he was laying on top of them.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the ground.
He stays on top of people and keeps his legs driving, gets that credit. Doesn't give up and think that the play is over. He stays on top of the pile and watches what he continues to turn.
He's on top of the pile.
He keeps fighting and moving forward. And then when they peel the pile off, he goes over the end zone. He goes to the goal line. Good job by everyone. Zach Wilson stays with it. Extra credit for the quarterback.
I think Mike White was an example of everybody in the stadium. All scoring plays are reviewed, so calling the touchdown allowed them to check it out. The initial look, both officials marked it short.
But it looked like he stayed on top of the pile. I don't think he was down on the ground. I think Zach Wilson stayed on top of people and then kept his legs turning and then turned and continued to go. Then when you peel everyone off, guess where he is? See, number 2 and 3 right there. And see, he's not down. He's on top of people and the knee's not down. That's the legs keep moving.
So to help me remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's one that will work. Customize more insurance at Liberty Mutual. You pay for what you need.
There was a family that believed it and laughed at it. But as they grew older, opinions to widen, conversations to be deeper. And the unions became uncomfortable. Gathering stopped because each had to be right.
We don't want this. We don't want this. We don't want this. Oh no.
From the Mom Show. Say it.
This Christmas season, Alexa is only on Netflix.
Can you say all that one more time, please?
Alexa is only on Netflix.
Hashtag what?
It's beautiful and fresh. Very good. Deadline calls it one of the most exciting must-see movies of the year. That's all there is to it. Cant. Lesson, a Knives Out mystery rated PG-13.
Jalen and I teamed up to bring back school sports for kids in Philly because I'm these kids' biggest fan. Go to missiontiger.com to see what happens.
And see that I'm the biggest fan.
No, I'm the biggest fan.
They signed my shirt.
Match. I don't even wear shirts.
I was having challenges with my old man. Lots of red flags. Yellow ones too. Fees, penalties, plain dirty. So I broke up with that bacon and moved on with SoFi checking and savings. Now I earn higher interest on all my money and pay no account fees. Feels good to get my money right.
Break up with bad banking. Get up to 3.25% interest and earn up to $250 when you set up direct deposit. SoFi, get your money right. Showtime.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Happy that you feel comfortable here. NCIS 3-hour crossover event, January 9th on CBS.
Craig Rolstad is still looking at the replay. So Gene Steratore is going to join us right now. Gene, just take us through the play.
Well, when I get this one low angle, and we got a great shot of our camera people here, you can see the left elbow down firmly on the ground.
The ball was short to goal line. It'll be third down.
Okay, he didn't make it.
Set the game clock to 4:49.
Fucked me up. I just knew they was going to get it.
And a really good job on
Did they
replay
want-
right there because the left elbow is
Yeah,
clear.
that's
And you can
16.
see the ball behind that left
Oh,
elbow,
they took it
which
back
is short of the goal line as well. So great job
They
by
was
the
gonna
replay
give
on
it to
return of that short
Lock them up.
touchdown.
Absolutely great. My initial thought was that he had stayed on top. His legs had never gone down. But after watching it on replay, the left elbow was being pointed out and down. The ball clearly behind. There's the ball elbow down. And you see him turning. There's the football. Ball behind the line of scrimmage when the elbow is down. I think they did an excellent job in replay of getting that correct.
So the Jets are going to huddle up here on a third and goal. I think
Try it again.
extra offensive
They didn't see that coming.
line. The Jets go in front.
That's all right. They get a chance to get a touchdown.
Second of the day for the tight end.
Field goal and then pass.
Well designed, they come up so fast and you brace yourself for the running play, and then they pull out and circle out to the perimeter.
How they get for hustling
Easy
up like
toss,
that? Why
and
was
he's
he
out
hustling?
and drop it. Mike White celebrating with his team.
Broke down his well, like I got up in the front. They can't do it with a field goal. They need a touchdown.
Yeah, he needs a touchdown.
The Lions came into this game #1 in the league. He touchdowns in the red zone. Touchdown percent. Throughout this ball game, in field goals, he's had touchdowns in the red zone, including the touchdown stop by the Jets. And that's been a big difference for the Lions from when they normally get. He's out with the two big plays out of the game on the day. Big catch from touchdown there.
4:41 left. It was fourth quarter. Second half possessions, the interception by Wilson, 3 punts from the Jets. And finally, they cash in. It was the big play downfield. Zach Wilson to Garrett Wilson for 33 yards. Helped set things up for New York. One play by Wilson
touchdowns in the red zone today for the Jets. 1 for 2, and also a field goal in addition.
Kick from Zerline. This is returnable for Jackson.
Golly.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Special teams for New York. Coming up next, game 2 of our doubleheader features heavy playoff implications. The Bengals
That was a solid
on
ass
the
hit.
road to take on the Bucs. The Titans beat the Chargers. That is today. Second half of the doubleheader, the NFL on CBS. Jets at 7-6, currently in the 9 spot. Top 7 teams make the playoffs. Detroit, same situation in the NFC, behind Washington, the Giants, and Seattle. Line of scrimmage is the 22. This is an offensive question for putting up points. They haven't done it today. Goff, protection is there. Goff loads it up. Drops. It is the tight end, Brock Wright, in his second year from Notre Dame. Couldn't haul it in.
Known as a good blocker, a developing receiver, had a chance to be an excellent receiver there.
Yeah.
And really didn't have some position well for it. Weight was shifted to one side, and he's able to stay on his feet and be a little more balanced. He's able to make that catch. He missed a big opportunity for Detroit.
Fireman Ed is trying to fire up this crowd. Second and 10. Running play. There's a hole for Swift. Picks up 8. Clock is rolling. 4:20 left. Third down and short for the Lions.
We've seen him take the one big shot to Jameson Williams, number 9 early. He's going off the field now. DJ Chark, also a receiver, capable of getting really vertical and making a big play downfield if the Lions do indeed want to heave one.
St. Brown has been the guy on third down.
He's
got 6 catches, 66 yards. 4
I need to get that ball into somebody. Just one toe there. Okay, good.
Hits his man,
13.
St. Brown, first down to the 40. Jordan Whitehead with the tackle. They pick up 10 yards through the air.
And I think if you're Jeff Ulbrich, at this stage of the ball game,
St. Brown,
anytime it's a crucial play, anytime it's a third down, I've got to get 2 in the vicinity of a Bob Ross St. Brown. I want that ball bouncing somewhere. Make someone else make the play against me. Bob Ross St. Brown is the guy that Jared Goff wants to go to, needs to go to. Can you try and take it away from his opportunities?
Back to the ground game. Hard cut by Jackson.
Tackled
by Shepard, who has seen a lot of the action up front.
Let's flag that.
They continue with that rotation. Tanzel Smart was brought up from the practice squad as well. It's a 3-yard pickup.
Don't get mad.
Things get real feisty downfield now. Receivers blocking, defensive backs not wanting to take it anymore. We've hit that point of the ball game, 250 and ticking.
Going with a different look here with the fullback Kabinda in front of Williams on a 2nd down and 7. Play action. Goff looked downfield. There was nothing there. Goff didn't have enough mustard on it. Kabinda was the safety valve. Incomplete pressure from Shepard.
And whereas that's much more in Jack Wilson's wheelhouse, that is not as much in Jared Goff's wheelhouse. Much more conventional quarterback. You keep him clean, keep him pocket free, keep it open. He'll cut you apart. You get him on the move, get him outside. That's exactly what he's looking to do.
Goff is 21 of 36, 196 yards. This is a 3rd and 7 for Detroit.
Number timeout.
Timeout call. 2:31 mark of the 4th. Timeout. Detroit.
Yeah, Dan. Give them your pep talk.
Lions have 1 timeout remaining. Stay tuned. NFL Day Update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cowler, all the latest NFL scores and highlights coming up.
Very interesting. Going back to halftime, our partner Evan Washburn told us as we look at the graphic here, 0 scrimmage touchdowns allowed, 2 punt return touchdowns allowed in Zach Wilson's last 2 starts. New England in today.
How long is it?
But you did very nicely when Andrew Lockwood told us at halftime that Robert Saleh said the biggest thing we need is more pressure on Jared Goff. And I think that been achieved here in the second half and down the stretch. But this Jets defense is
This is a 3rd down and 7 for Detroit. Jackson in the backfield. Goff dumps it. It is caught by Raymond. And it all depends on the spot. Not quite enough for the first down. Tony Adams with a tackle.
And I think they have him because he is not extending at all. Where that tackle was made, a good tackle by Adams, an open field, and the spot was correct by the officials.
That's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. Detroit, 4th and inches. Just shy of midfield. Coming down to the wire here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. 17-13.
When Wingstop made a chicken sandwich, you know they would have made
This is
just
their
one.
fourth
Now you can have
fourth
12
down.
new sauce and toss favorites like lemon pepper, mango habanero,
4th
and
and inches, they should be
So try a new chicken sandwich for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor hits its wings.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Did you know that Geico could help with your home insurance?
Cookies.
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
Got a little nutmeg in it?
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Geico.
The holidays were awkward for Romeo and Juliet. Thankfully, Amazon had just the gift to bring the families together. Shop legendary deals.
This year, become part of a family that celebrates the holidays a little differently. Jeep, there's only one.
During the Jubilee Finish event, get 2,000 total bonus cash plus no monthly payments for 90 days on these Jeep Grand Cherokee models. Get ready for winter and welcome home your new Grand Cherokee today.
Back up in the house. Watching a little soccer. Nice. Bro, are you eating my legs?
Yep.
Wow.
It's the FIFA World Cup. And it's football.
Don't starve. Those are chips.
Chris,
That is soccer.
and my friend, that is football. No matter what you call it, don't forget the chips.
Purple Impact, starring Experience Credit Card Marketplace.
Sweet credit cards.
You too get a choice of cards that's matched to you. Cashback, travel awards, balance transfer, tons of options. Tons of options. Credit card choices at Experience.com/cards.
NFL's kicked off. It's time to be cocktail coordinators. We know what game day cocktails to mix for seat savers and play callers. And on. It's cocktail time. Oh, touchdown!
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Smirnoff, giving people what they want since 1864. And by Experian. Do more with your credit score.
Fourth down and inches for the Detroit Lions. Trying to keep this drive alive. Goff. Little pitch to right. Big game.
Oh shit! Oh God! There we go! Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
And the Lions
Go, boys.
51 yards.
Now that was something.
Play. Because they put Amon Ross St. Brown in motion, see? To draw eyes. And everyone jumps there because he's the number one threat. And they sneak Brock Wright, who had the drop earlier in the drive, out the back door, and he ends up in the end zone.
What happened?
Really excellently conceived play by Ben Johnson, the offensive
When they
coordinator.
faked it off,
Yep.
it didn't go the last
Touchdown,
time.
the extra point.
They were trying to fake it the last time.
The Lions go in front 20-17.
But yeah, they can get a field goal.
First catch of the day for
Just
Brock
gotta
Wright.
hold them back. That's all they gotta do.
They
Run the
did
clock
it at
down.
the
But they gonna use
perfect
them
time.
right now.
You know, they
And
got
the
3 of them.
perfect situation. Once the conventional wisdom, it's 4th and inches, let's run it, get the first down, keep the drive going. Or
you go to your number one guy, which is Amon Ross St. Brown. They send him in motion to make sure the eyes are there, right? What we call eye discipline. Sometimes it's window dressing, eye can't.
No, don't get happy now.
He's the number one threat. Hey, guys, he's over here. And the Jets jumped on it quite well, and they snaked Brock Wright out the back door on the opposite side.
They planned everything.
About Ben Johnson, and his quote to me was, he truly is the next big thing in this league. His creativity is off the charts, and every week you're getting unscripted, unscheduled plays that you did not see on tape. I think that was one of those plays right there the Jets had not seen before. And look at the result. CJ Mosley upset. Right,
yeah, he mad.
The Jets now
The big man.
149 to go.
Lions kick it off. Jets have 3 timeouts to work with. Over the head of Berrios out to the 25-yard line. Stay tuned. NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars. Time permitting, JB in the game. Latest NFL scores and highlights.
Now, this is a spot here where Zach Wilson, you want to do something for yourself, for your team, for your reputation. A drive here that puts it in the end zone. That pulls one out for the Jets will go a long way for this young man.
Zach Wilson was benched after the second New England game. He has been inactive the last 3 weeks. Fractured rib for Mike White opened the door for Wilson to be the starter once again. His team is down by 3.
Fucking up already. I got Bryce so playing.
He gets
He's trying to throw a
pressure.
bad
Hutchinson initially for Detroit.
Coverage good, but look at the guys getting there. And you said it. Hutchinson,
All right.
97, forces it. And when Zach Wilson steps up, right into the arms of O'Boyle.
Second and 1. Wilson waiting. Throws to
Come on, Cam. Keep going.
Incomplete. 3rd and 19.
And they had a shot because Berrios was actually running behind the secondary, which should not be happening at all if you're the Detroit Lions. You're thinking, how does this happen? Where Berrios somehow comes free enough that on this throw, that if it's completed, he's still going. So if you're in the middle of the field as a defensive back, you got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. And if you are not, that could be a problem. Berrios almost turned that to a huge play for the Jets.
3rd down and 19 for New York. A minute 22 to go. Wilson, protection is there. Wilson connects with Garrett Wilson. And a matchup with Okuda.
Let's that
good for
first
22 yards. And a first down.
Rookie? Really? I mean, every time I watch Garrett Wilson, that's a veteran player with rookie status making plays at crucial times.
Under a minute to go. Wilson steps up. Sidearm toss bounces in the direction of Berrios. Incomplete. Pressure from C.J. Moore on the play.
No, Core also coming off of the edge. One more time, he's more pressure than everyone else. Remember I talked about Van Knight being fresh coming in a couple games ago for the Jets? Core, you mentioned it earlier, this is only his second game back, coming off the Achilles tear from last season.
Jets are going to need somewhere in the range of 22 yards to get into Greg Zuerlein territory. 53 seconds on the clock. Wilson on 2nd and 10. On Corson. Good grab. Garrett Wilson.
They give him another first.
They're going to mark him.
Yeah.
Short of the first down.
Okay, good.
That was the initial call. Now the chain gang has moved. And they're going to give it to him. New set of downs with 30 seconds left.
Wilson. Go down the fucking field.
Ain't no having.
Incomplete. He's looking for Berrios with 2 defenders back there and stops the clock with 25 seconds to go.
Nice.
And similar to what the Jets needed to do with Amon St. Brown. If I'm the Lions, there's no way I'm letting Garrett Wilson, 17 for the Jets, get off the line of scrimmage without at least 2 people going with him.
They just stopped the clock on that incompletion. The Jets do have 3 timeouts remaining. There's no reason to press here and force things in terms of your speed. Line of scrimmage is the 40. Shotgun.
Drop him now. Shit.
Yeah.
Now they'll use a timeout with 19 seconds left. Kaminsky gets home for the Lions.
Ask yourself at home, who is John Kaminsky? A fourth-round pick for Atlanta in 2019.
We're gonna do a timeout
with 5
each
career
minute.
starts, only one with Atlanta. And look at the push he got there against Nate Herbig. It takes him all the way back inside. He thought he was playing out of position in Atlanta, playing more inside than on the edge. But that inside pass rush there gave him an opportunity. There's Aaron Glenn, the former New York Jet great, now spearheading the defense for the Detroit Lions.
Aaron Glenn was a star for the Jets. 8 years, went to 2 Pro Bowls as a member of the Jets. Got to another Pro Bowl as a member of the Houston Texans. And this defensive improvement that we've seen from Detroit has put them in a position to possibly get to the 500 mark. A win
What happened to his car?
put them at 7-7 on the year. The Jets face a 3rd and 18. 19 seconds on the clock. All the way back at their own 40-yard line. Shotgun. Wilson pulls the trigger.
Nope.
Incomplete. Elijah Moore, the intended target. And now it's down to one final play.
Once again, you have Jets receivers upset about not getting the football. Elijah Moore won that route off the line of scrimmage. He doesn't get it there. Garrett Wilson screaming at the sideline about where he should have gotten the football. Watch Moore. He's got it right there. And then Wilson also upset. I think he feels like he got help.
He didn't get held.
Right in his arm in the back.
4th down. 14 seconds left. The Jets are down by 3. Wilson gets away. Wilson.
What the fuck?
Floats it up.
Oh!
So what? It's over, but we won. It's over.
We got it.
It's over. It don't matter.
The game is over. The Jets talking to the officials that there should be 1 second left.
Nah, fuck that.
Call a timeout with 1 second remaining.
See how they play the Lions. See how they play the Lions.
Yeah, man.
What a play by Zach Wilson to get out of trouble. What a play by Elijah Moore to come back and find the football and the wherewithal to get that timeout call as he's being tackled.
1 second on the clock to give the Jets a chance. The scramble by Zach obviously took up time, but it also created an opportunity downfield.
It's time that was well spent because he had to create that time in order to try and find a receiver. Elijah Moore did an excellent job coming back and getting the football.
58-yard attempt. Trying to tie the game.
This is bullshit. This is some bullshit.
From 58 yards away.
No!
Yeah. And remain in the playoff hunt.
2017 Lions.
A damaging loss for the Jets. And they fall 20-17 to Detroit.
All the mechanics were good.